Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends 2-in-1 action figure review of the Strange Tales Blackheart Build-A-Figure Waves, Moon Knight, and Brother VooDoo. And I'm reviewing these two figures together because these were the two that I wanted the least from the wave. I have a couple of the new Moon Knights, and I have a couple of the Brother VooDoos. So these are the third versions for each. I don't know how much more I'm going to like it than the other Brother VooDoos I already have. Anyway, packaging looks good. I like that you can see the figures as always. And then you can see nice imagery of the characters right over here as well as on this side. And then you get those same images on the back of the packaging. We have a read-up for Moon Knight. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. There's a read-up for Brother VooDoo. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. And then you can see all the other figures from the wave at the very bottom. You get the Strange Tales logos on the top. Not much more down over here. So let's get to it and crack these figures open. And if you're trying to get your Marvel Legends, you can do so at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here are the figures out of the packaging, and I gotta say, this review is going to be a little bit different compared to some of my other videos. We're not going to do a deep dive on these characters. We're basically going to compare them to the previous versions that I've had on my shelf and see if they are deemed worthy of replacing those other versions. We're going to talk about comic sources and stuff like that too, so I'm not going to leave you guys dry on that, but it's going to be a pretty quick and snappy review because these are pretty quick and snappy re-releases on Hasbro's end. There's not a whole lot of new here. They're not giving me much to work with right over here, so let's just get a closer look. So, of course, with the updated tech that Hasbro's been using, this face sculpt does look a whole lot better on Brother VooDoo compared to what we'd seen with the Doctor Strange STCC exclusive box set version. These are both Dr. VooDoo Sorcerer Supreme versions. I don't know, man. I don't know if the Eye of Agamotto is supposed to be facing that direction. We do have a different cape. This is utilizing the Bucky Cap mold. So with their Spider UK updated body mold over here, that is much better for the body. As far as the cape goes, I'm not liking this cape more so than this one. This one is giving us clearance from the shoulders. This one, it's harder to articulate the arms and pose them around. It's tough to get his arms over his head. I think the texturing of the cape looks pretty cool though. I like that that's in there. There's very little paint added, or there's no paint added to the cape at all. The torso does look pretty clean right here with the white, so I do like that. And then you get this sash, or the, belt thing. It hangs over his front, but you could just shift it over to the side a little bit more so, and it looks better. I like how these skulls look right over here. I think, are they no, they're not the same exact ones. They sculpted new ones, yeah. They did sculpt new ones because this one has, or these have little mohawk spikes. I'm not seeing those same mohawk spikes on this older one right over here. They both look actually pretty good though. And then you can see, the white paint right there on the legs. So not a whole lot of new, of course. You do get these little effect pieces right here, which I like. So I like having the little purple flamey effects. His staff is purple and brown this time. We have the translucent purple right there. With this STCC exclusive, this one's green with some highlights on it, which I think looks a little better. And then this one right here is blue. So there's 3 different colors right over there. To be honest with you, I think I like this green one the most. I don't know. It's just the one I prefer. This doesn't look bad. And then, of course, he has sets of interchangeable hands where you have gripping hands for both sides with the horizontal hinge. And then on his right hand, you get a wide open hand. And for his left hand, you could switch it out with the fist hand. Oh, and I forgot to mention these eyes right here. This is pretty cool how one eye looks green and this eye looks red. I like that attention to detail. And I would have liked to have had like a classic Brother VooDoo instead. I don't know. Just because we got these other versions that all look too similar to each other. So yeah, an older version would have been cooler to have in the collection. I would have preferred that over this. And then I wanted to compare these two heads as well. It's the same head sculpt all the way through, but they've just changed the paint. So this one looks alright, but of course this is the best paint that we're seeing on all the... Then here's looking at our West Coast Avengers Moon Knight, which I didn't understand that this was a West Coast Avengers version until later on, and I think this head sculpt is brand new, or at least the hood is brand new, but yeah, this makes this a little bit more desirable. with changes to the suit and everything, especially accommodating the West Coast Avengers look. And I do like that they made the face all black right there. It works for me. It's all in shadows and everything. The eyes look pretty good. So it looks like the head sculpt is completely new over here. That is not the same exact head sculpt at all. I thought it was the same, but nope, it's not. Now the hood does have more limited articulation. I cannot get it to look up. This one I'm able to get to look up, you know? So this one does move around a whole lot easier. I do feel like this is hindered a whole lot more so. We have the updated Sunfire body mold. This is the Sunfire body mold with the pins showing, and you can see that they have the same ankles and everything. You can see we have the same issue with the shoulders, and then nice deco right there for the moon itself. And I do like these gold pieces that they've switched out right over here with the figure. I like that they actually have gold painted over the gold plastic. That looks really good. I actually really like that a lot. The details right there come out really clean. Same thing with the belt. Gold. Oh, well, this one's just the plastic, I'm sorry, but this one has the gold over gold right there, which looks really nice. So I do like having that detail. The rest of the figure is the same. It's just painted different right over here at the bottom. You can see these are the same right down over there. Then as far as the accessories go, we have the staff again, and then you have the interchangeable hands where you could plug in the little moonerangs. There is a third one right over there. You get the big moonerang, which is stuck to tape, and then you get the other hand right over here. And then you get this Ankh weapon, which looks pretty cool. Now, to go over the articulation just briefly, not to go over every point, I gotta say, I do feel like both of the previous versions that I have of these characters are more flexible. I feel like I get more range of movement with the other Moon Knight head. This wants to pop off hecka easy. I don't know, man. I just feel like the older figure it's just more mobile. And then same thing with Brother VooDoo. You have this cape right here blocking the shoulders. The older figure is just a lot easier to move around. So that does frustrate me. But to measure them out, you can see Moon Knight standing just a little bit shorter. He's at just a little over 6.5 inches tall. And then Brother VooDoo over here is closer to 6 3/4 inches. For Moon Knight comparison, you can see the previous Moon Knight right over here, which I think I reviewed on Russ Toy Reviews, and then here is our brand new one. I like the new cape. I like this white, well, I like and I dislike it, but I do think it's cool. I like how the interior is all black like this, and I like how it's shaped. I think it's a very moon-looking cape. I do dig it. That is pretty nice. And then here's your Brother VooDoo comparison, and I guess this is the actual Brother VooDoo. These two are Dr. VooDoos, if I'm not mistaken. I like how all three of them have different capes, and I think these two are, I mean, they are different from each other, but it's more or less the same design. But out of these three, which one do you like the most? I lean towards this one right over here. And then here's Moon Knight next to our other West Coast Avengers. I think I got them all. I have not read much of the West Coast Avengers books, but I am really inspired to. We have the Good Silver Centurion Walgreens exclusive. We have Dr. Hank Pym. We have Tigra, Wonder Man. We have Mockingbird and Hawkeye. Then here's Brother VooDoo with the Walgreens exclusive Doctor Strange with the new 2-pack Doctor Strange head sculpt on there. I went with the newer figure for my Avengers shelf. I don't know. I think I just like that more than this one. Oh yeah, and then here's the new Moon Knight next to Black Knight, and I found some panels where they fight each other. I thought that was pretty cool. Then here's Brother VooDoo and Moon Knight next to the only other figure from this wave that I've already reviewed. We have Helverine. Then here's Brother VooDoo and Moon Knight next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Subscribe. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to hit that like button. And if you want to see more reviews coming your way, well, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And these figures are just not my favorite. I'm not, I think the Brother VooDoo kind of bummed me out a little bit more just due to those shoulders being hindered by that cape. It would have been cool if they went with the soft goods cape, some binding wire. I really hope Hasbro looks into doing that. I think it's been great since McFarlane Toys has been doing it, and they're a mass retail company. Like, Hasbro should be doing it too, I think, anyway. So I'd love to see that on this kind of figure. Who knows, I might buy a custom cape for it. And then the Moon Knight figure, yeah, same deal. I would have rather have had a fabric, bendy wire cape and everything. That would have helped things. But I do like having the different cape that we have with the figure. And I gotta say, between the two of them, neither of which I was very excited for, I am leaning a little bit more towards the Moon Knight figure because that one would fit into a new West Coast Avengers display if I wanted to do that. It's specific for a team. I feel like it has a little bit more purpose than the Brother VooDoo or Dr. VooDoo, which I already have a couple other versions of, or at least I guess the green SDCC exclusive. That's like almost the same version. It's too similar to that one anyway. With the Moon Knight, we're getting more different going on with the figures. So I am going to rate them slightly differently at the price point of $25 a piece. I will give the Moon Knight a SUD rating of...
It's not too bad.
And then the Brother VooDoo gets a SUD rating of...
I'll wait for the Black Friday sale.
And I'd like to know what you guys think. So please let me know in the comments section below. If you want to see the latest Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, oh boy. And if you want to follow me on all the other platforms, link is in the description below, and I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.